All right. Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to day number 14 of our culturally affirming book reading. Tonight, I am pleasured with two wonderful special guests that's going to be with us, and we're going to bring them in so we can go ahead and get started. So very, very excited again for day number 14, and we thank you all for coming in. If this is your first week, we just want to say thank you so much for joining in. This is Indie Author Week. And so all week we're going to have special guests coming in and kind of sharing some different things with us. So again, here is the message. This is day number 13 of 31 days. So we're going to be doing this for 31 days. And we're so very excited for Indie Week. So I'm going to just really quick tell you why we're doing what we're doing. 20 years ago, only 9% of books published, and not even self-published, regular publishing houses, was only 9% people of all color, not just African American. Right now, still less than 25% of all published books have people of color. And so we want to make sure that we push publishers to push culturally affirming books, as well as we want to make sure that we support indie authors that are helping that happen. So this is Indie Week, and I'm getting ready to bring on with you two very special guests. We have, hold on one second. Let me move this because I don't want it to be in their way, so you can see who these gorgeous, beautiful women are. My sisters, my friends, my authors that are just really doing some amazing, amazing things. And so we have Miss Teresa Baker. She is in Kalamazoo, Michigan, but she is a native of Flint, Michigan. And we have Danielle Green with us tonight. She is, again, a proud Flint native, and we are so very excited to have them on tonight. Both of them have been doing some great work for years, and not just in the book publishing business, but also in their prospective businesses, and they're going to tell about themselves. And so we're going to start with Teresa tonight. So we're going to see Danielle in just a moment, but we're going to go to Teresa. How are you doing tonight, Teresa?
I'm doing great, Bridget, and thank you so much for having me on tonight.
We are so happy to have you. Look at that beautiful character behind you. And so can you tell us just a little bit about your background and what you've done in the literacy world?
Absolutely. So as Bridget said, my name is Teresa Baker. I am originally from Flint. I'm a product of Flint Community Schools. So I started a company called Brown Boy, Brown Girl in 2015 for my three children who are now 5, 6, and 8. And what I really wanted to do, yeah, right, it's been a while. We've been in this thing for a little bit, but what I really wanted to do was leave a legacy for my children. And also I wanted to do something good that would impact children that look like them. And so we started Brown Boy, Brown Girl, and we are a multimedia publishing house. So the character that you see behind us is Josie. Josie is our first character. Before we came out with our books, I used to do a lot of book reviews of multicultural children's books because what we wanted to do was to make sure that we were getting parents engaged in reading. And as you said, with those numbers, we wanted to have more children to be engaged. And for those children who are engaged, how do we keep them engaged? And so one of the good ways of doing that is to introduce an audience to multicultural books that may not be on the shelves of a Barnes & Noble or Books A Million. And so I would reach out to indie authors that had books, reaffirming books. And then my mother and I created Josie's Bedazzled Shoes.
And we love Josie. We love Josie. So I'm going to move out of your way, Teresa, so you can have the floor. Again, audience, send out somebody to watch, to share this information. This is great. How often do you get to sit under the voice of some actual authors? And so share, because tonight We're going to have a lucky winner, but you got to participate. This is interactive. So comment, comment, comment. All righty.
Yes.
I'm disappointed. Enjoy it, Teresa.
Okay, thank you so much. So again, guys, my name is Teresa Baker. I am the co-owner and founder of Brown Boy, Brown Girl LLC. Our goal is to amplify young voices by highlighting positive images of characters of color. We do that through different venues. We do it through our children's books. And we also have, now we've just launched notebooks. So we have a Brown Girl Genius notebook, and we also have apparel that goes with that. And we have a Brown Boy Genius notebook that we just launched. And so, again, we are coming out with products to diversify um, educational materials we felt was very important as well, and coming out with children's books. We also have extended our platform to include children authors. And so if you ever go onto our site, you will see books that were written, published, and illustrated, professionally illustrated by children on our site. And again, I started Brown Boy, Brown Girl LLC for my 3 children. So we refer to them as junior CEOs of Brown Boy, Brown Girl, because not only did I want to impact them, but I also wanted to impact children that look like them. And so it's very important that we come out with characters that represent something positive in the Black and Brown community. With that, I told you that we have the notebooks. We have our first book, Josie's Bedazzled Shoes, which you can actually win tonight. And I'm going to read a little bit from Josie's Bedazzled Shoes. And we also have another book that's going to be coming out soon called Look, Daddy, Look. It's in the process of being illustrated. So that's what's going on our site. You can go to brownboybowngirl.com to learn more about us and all the products that we have on the site. So I'll read you a little bit about Josie's Bedazzled Shoes. And this is Josie behind us. You'll be seeing a lot more of Josie, so just stay tuned. Josie, a quiet and somewhat shy girl, sat on the front porch of the neat little bungalow where she lived with her dad, mom, and baby brother. She missed her dad, whose job kept him away from home, and would be glad when he came home again. Adjusting to her new school, Josie sighed and thought about the events of the day. Josie truly loved school, but something was missing. During recess, all of the kids were having fun, laughing and playing with one another, while she stood by wistfully wishing to join them. Earlier, while eating her lunch, 2 girls looked her way and smiled. She didn't return the smile. Feeling a little awkward, she looked down and continued to eat. Those same 2 girls were now among the kids enjoying recess. This time, they didn't look her way. They were too busy having fun. I wish they were my friends, she thought, getting up to go help her mother in the kitchen. How was school today, Josie? Her mother asked. Oh, it was all right, Josie answered slowly. But no one on the playground asked me to play. Well, it's not always easy to make new friends, her mother replied gently. But once the children get to know you, they will enjoy your company as much as I do. It is fun doing things with you. Josie smiled at her mother's comforting words and soon forgot about the troubles of the day. After dinner, Josie cheerfully took her baby brother by the hand. Grabbing a book from the bookshelf. She flopped down on the playmat. She sat crisscross applesauce with her baby brother so that he could enjoy the book she was about to read to him. As the days passed, Josie slowly adapted to her new school. She especially loved when Mrs. Reese, her second grade teacher, pretended to take the class on a faraway journey to Africa and canoeing up the Nile River. Josie became less enthused when her class gathered for morning meeting because she did not like to speak in front of others. One day, after eating her lunch in silence, Josie saw a girl standing alone by the door that led to the playground. She was watching the other children play just as Josie was used to doing. Josie wanted very badly to speak, but she did not. Her shyness got the best of her. Once Josie was home from school, she had a look of melancholy. Her mother said, "You know, Josie, sometimes when we want something to change, we have to be willing to change a bit ourselves. I believe in you, and so should you." Josie loved her family so much. They always made her happy. Still, something was missing. And so we're going to close right here with the something is missing. And so if you want to know what was missing, I encourage you to please make sure you come out to the book fair, um, grab a copy of Josie's Bedazzled Shoes. You can also go on the website at brownboybrown.com, but the book will also be available during the virtual book fair that we're excited to be a part of. So again, I had a great time being with you, reading a portion of Josie's Bedazzled Shoes. If you want to know what happens to Josie, what she finds, make sure that you come back to the virtual book fair and grab a copy of Josie's Bedazzled Shoes. It's a great book to help children who are somewhat shy. That's where I got Josie's character from. My oldest daughter, Lydia, who is now, since I've written the book, has come out of her shell. But this book teaches children how to have an imagination. It teaches children to also talk to adults, to talk about their feelings. So it has many running themes, but it also encourages children to use their voices and not to be afraid. And so we're going to see how Josie overcomes some of these challenges, what helps her to overcome these challenges. And that is what, oh, great. Oh, thank you so much, Jenna. I love that. Yes, it's a great story. Thank you so much. If anybody has any questions, I don't know how much time I have, but I'm open to answer questions. But again, please go to our.com, check out the notebooks that we have. Again, we are diversifying educational products. These are the first two notebooks that we launched. We have others that we will be launching soon. We have other books on this site again that highlight characters of color in a positive light, that are written by, illustrated by children and other independent authors. So again, you can follow us on Facebook at Brown Boy, Brown Girl page. You can also follow us on Instagram. Actually, you might want to follow us on Instagram now because we are giving away a copy of the Brown Boy Brainy notebook. We already did the Brown Girl Genius notebook last week, but you can follow us on Instagram at Brown Boy Brown Girl for your chance to win a notebook. So thank you so much, and we hope to see you at the virtual African American Book Fair.
I'm putting in the comments for you. You can check the site. So it's Brown Boy, Brown Girls.
Yep.com. Brown Girl. That's okay. Brownboybrown.com.
There you go. So
Yes, make
it's
sure
in
you
the
follow
comments
us
section.
so you can see what other events we have planned.
So brownboybrown.girl.com. There you
Excellent.
go.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Definitely appreciate you, Teresa. So again, if you have any comments or you want to say anything, again, how often do your children get a chance to talk to a real life author, somebody who has written a book? And especially, when Teresa came to when I was still in the school system, Teresa came to speak. My next guest did too as well. And the children were so excited. One, to see an actual author, and then two, to see someone that looked like them. And so it's very, very important. So again, if you're listening, I see people that are watching. So if you're watching, don't be shy tonight.
Come
Let me
on.
tell you what I learned as a kid. It's the squeaky wheel that gets hurt. So you
That's
better make
right.
some noise tonight. Please tell Teresa how good of a job she did. We thank you so much. So stay around in the back room because we're going to
Okay.
spin that wheel when we get done. So I'm going to take Teresa out and we're going to show you something very special. All right, so we're very, very excited about, wait a minute, I'm gonna go back because I see a comment just popped up. All right, so Teresa, Willie Jackson, that other half of mine, he says lovely, he enjoyed you tonight. I want to share the commercial because her books is a part of the book bundle. One of her books is a part of the book bundle that we're going to be giving away.
Put your fist up. Put your fist up. Put your fist in the air. Put your fist up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Put your fist up. Freedom. What we want, what we need, what we deserve. Freedom. Black power. Black power. Scream it loud.
All right. So now you tell me, who could not afford right now in this time we're shut in while most of us are still on lockdown, that you couldn't afford to win $130 worth of books, $140 worth of books? One book bundle, please don't tell Willie Jackson, is worth $165. Who couldn't use that right now? So again, make sure you register. Please make sure you register. The information is right here scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Register, 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 because you can't win unless you register. All right, so we're going to bring up next my girl, my friend, the lovely Miss Danielle Green. She's doing some great things here in the city of Flint, Michigan. We absolutely love her and we're so very proud of her. And so I'm going to be quiet and let her talk and tell, what are you making happen in Flint, Michigan, Miss Danielle?
Thank you, Bridget, for having me. I really appreciate being part of such a phenomenal event. I'm proud of you as well. I'm born and raised here in Flint, Michigan. And just a little bit about me professionally, I started a nonprofit back in 2010. It's called Empower. And the reason why I started Empower is because I'm blessed with 3 daughters of my own. And my daughters went to those proms and they went to those homecomings and all those dances. And I had all these dresses. And I started to notice that a lot of their friends were asked, could they borrow the dresses? And I was like, oh, no, you can have it. We're not going to use it again. So I started Empower because I wanted to give girls the prom dresses, the shoes, the services, the limo rides, the dinners, to build to make those memories that are so important to us. Unfortunately, I was one of those girls who didn't get to go to the prom because my mother couldn't afford it. So I know, and that's still, I get teary-eyed talking about it at 50, okay? So it still haunts me. So I didn't want any other girl to have to go through that. So I started Empower solely for that reason. And it kind of, as an educator in the schools, I noticed that we would have books for white kids, books for Black kids, very, very few books, but they would all be kind of separate. And so I developed books for my daughters when they were younger. I wrote books for them that included everybody. So as I started to work in the schools, and I knew children took pride in that type of thing, because children not only need to see themselves as a hero in the story, kids that don't look like them need to see other kids as heroes also. kind of counteract this media stuff we have going on about the negativity and reference to certain groups of people. I think that's very important. So I started the Hey Girl collection. And I call myself an expert on girls because I was once a girl. I raised 3 girls. I have a grandpuppy, 2 grandpuppies that are girls. So I'm an expert on girls, in my opinion. So the first book that I wrote was Hey Pretty Girl. Hey Pretty Girl was wrote in 2018. And the main character in this book is Maya. And Maya has her pet Bella, which is actually my grandpuppy. And the second book is Hey Smart Girl. This was written in 2019, and the main character is Alyssa. And Alyssa's her pet is Puff Puff. So, and the third one is Hey Supergirl. This one was wrote in 2020, and the main character here is Michaela. At Empower, we have an annual literacy event. Unfortunately, we had to postpone the one for 2020 and the release of Hey Supergirl because of the pandemic, health and safety first. So I kind of put that on hold, and hopefully we'll be able to pick that back up because the next book in the series, I'm not going to tell you what the name is, but it'll be coming out in 2021. They always come out in March because March is reading month, and that's very important. And I think my goal for my book series is for children to fall in love with reading. Everything that I've done positive started with reading. We can't deny that if we can't read, it limits what we'll be able to accomplish, what we'll be able to, our goals we'll be able to meet without reading. And it's so unfortunate that in Flint, due to the water crisis, our reading levels dropped 75%. So with that being said, we need to make sure, like myself, you, and Teresa, we're creating those books for children to fall in love with. So I'm going to read you a little bit of Supergirl because I kind of want to get the gist of what Michaela's all about.
I'm going to sneak out of the room and let you have it.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everybody. So I always read my dedication first because this is very important to me. It'll be the same in all 7 books in the Hey Girl series. This book is dedicated to my 3 gifts from God, Tia, Alyssa, and Michaela. I love you. Everything I do for you. Okay. Michaela and her friends walk the same route to school every day. Stepping over trash while passing empty, abandoned houses has always bothered her. Listening to her parents talk about her hometown, Flint, Michigan, how great it once was, confused her. All she knows is a city that is in desperate need of help. Helping others always cheers Michaela up. You see, she is a crossing guard. It is her responsibility to make sure all the students that come to her corner get across the street safely. When the last student safely crosses the street, Michaela has to hurry up to make sure she's not late for class. Hello, Principal Gill, says Michaela. Good morning, Michaela. Have a super day and don't be late for class. Good morning, Mrs. Johnson, Michaela greets her teacher. Good morning to you, says Mrs. Johnson. Michaela approaches Mrs. Johnson's desk to give her weekly treat. Mrs. Johnson accidentally knocks over her pencils. No worries, Michaela. Michaela acts fast. She catches the container full of pencils, markers, and crayons and put them back on Mrs. Johnson's desk. Whew, thank you so much, Michaela, said Mrs. Johnson. No problem, Mrs. Johnson. I love to help, says Michaela as she heads to her desk. As Michaela is going to her desk to pass out water, she noticed that each student, she wonders what it would be if the city will ever get clean water again. See how sad she is because Flint doesn't have clean water. Mrs. Johnson, Michaela yells in a panicked voice as she begins to cry. There's no more bottles of water. Calm down, Michaela. It's okay. We have plenty of water in the storage room. Michaela begins to calm down, but she is still sad. She begins to wonder how much water they really have and if it is enough for everyone. Mrs. Johnson, if we run out of bottles of water, we won't be able to cook, take baths, brush our teeth, wash our hands, or have water to drink. What's going to happen? Asks a worried Michaela. To be honest, sweetie, I'm not sure what will happen, replies Mrs. Johnson. And that's just a little bit of Hey Supergirl. If you want to know the rest of the story, you can contact me at Danielle Y. Green at yahoo.com, and it's also available on Amazon. The website is in construction, so it's going to take a little time. And here is Buzzy B. He is Michaela's pet in Hey Supergirl. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please hit me up. Thank you for listening, and I really, really appreciate it.
All right, so I'm in the background doing some different things. So I don't know if she bragged on herself
No.
because I was doing a couple of things and I got distracted. But we're so blessed to have Danielle. She's actually one of our board members for the Flint Public School system too, as well. And so she's just doing a lot of things to help and encourage young people. And so we're proud to have her as a Flint native. So yes, you can go on Amazon and get the whole Hey Girl series. Well, one more is coming out, right?
There'll be 7 total, but the next one, which the title, I'm going to keep that a little secret. Just a little secret from you guys, but it'll be out in March because they'll come out every March for March's reading month. But it's it's already written, it's being illustrated, so I'm excited about this next one. And the lead character, I can tell you that the lead character will be a little Asian girl by the name of Tia.
Okay. Well, I want to show you somebody that says, I posted this. We love our indie authors. And so we love you guys. And so I want you to be able to have that. You want to take a screenshot real quick? We showing the love because we love you guys. Seriously. I found out that Danielle and Teresa were publishing books. And so I'm the newbie. I'm the new kid on the block. So they had already had theirs out and for some years. So they trailblazed, here in the city of Flint. And so I've learned so many things from the two of you, how to make it a little bit easier. Because again, when you all came out, it was not this open arms of, walking into schools and, come on, let's get this. There still was, I remember Latasha telling me her story about how she had come to the school that I was at, unbeknownst to the founder, because Eagles Nest was a school where we did, taught about culturally affirming a curriculum and everything. And so there was someone that worked there prior to me that told her no. Probably not. And I'm like, what do you mean? Our curriculum was based on Afrocentric things. And so I know that there were some doors and some hindrances. So I appreciate you guys. Willie Jackson, he has something to say again. Awesome women to you guys. And so we so appreciate you and what you are doing. Just phenomenal. So again, support them, please. If you're listening, shoot out their stuff. Let other people, because we have people all the way from other parts of the country watching. Some of them just won't say anything, but we have people that are. And so I'm going to share. I'm not even going to read my story. I'm just going to tell you the backstory. So you guys, I'm going to put you down just a second in the back room. Enjoy Oprah's green room for a minute. And then I will have Oprah's money. And then we'll be right back to do our prize giveaway. All right. So, yes, my husband says I'm awesome too. This is my second book, Purple Heart Highway. Panther in the Sky was my first baby. And if you listened on Sunday, I read this. It's a tribute to my uncle, and I can say it tonight without crying. I boo-hooed all weekend over Chadwick. I mean, it was just so heartbreaking. But I thought about why it was so heartbreaking is because, my uncle was a Black Panther, and he was killed when he was 22 years old at the hands of what's kind of going on right now, at the hands of the Chicago police. And so all of this unrest that's going on, it's a part of my DNA and my family's DNA. And so I cried a little bit when I read that on Sunday. And this one makes me cry too, because this book is about I'm looking at the comments, my friend Tracy Robinson Jackson, she's the author. She's going to be on Saturday. She is just phenomenal. But this book right here is a book that you can teach about veterans. So I'm not going to read the book. I'll just read the back cover. My grandson is the character in this book. And it says, Carter is excited to learn. He loves homework. His school project is about veterans. So he asked Pop, his great-grandfather, to help him. Pop was a sergeant in the Army. He discovers Pop has a purple heart, and his curiosity gets the best of him. In the end, Carter learns more than just a school lesson. He learns a life lesson. And so there is Carter peeping up, and he's imagined Pop in the speech bubble. And so Pop would actually been his great grandfather. Great. I'm his grandmother, and then my father was be his great grandfather, and then my grandfather was his great grandfather. My grandfather lived into his 90s in a beautiful, wonderful life. Never thought he was going to go anywhere, but at his funeral, they gave him such a beautiful memorial. He was a Purple Heart recipient, and so this book teaches children about the Purple Heart, and then in the back of the book, it teaches facts and information about how African Americans influenced all of the wars, all of them. And so it talks about the Buffalo Soldiers, it talks about World War II, it talks about the Korean War, and the first in military history, both of the Benjamin Davises that were some of the first. So it's all of them. Yes, Crystal, I like that too. Yes. My husband says life lesson. Yes, it is, dear. So very, very important. We got Tracy saying it's a really good book. Thank you, Tracy. I think your books are really great too as well. Again, I love Purple Heart Highway. It's my baby, but it's not much my baby as Panther because it was the first one. But why I'm so proud of it is I did the illustrations. And this is probably my favorite one.
Wow.
My favorite illustration is Pop and Carter fishing at sunset.
That's awesome.
I did that book more to really encourage young children if they have gifts as illustrators, because I hadn't drawn in 30 years, and it's not the best, but it's mine, and that's the great thing about it. And I'm so excited, and I want to encourage children to do the same thing. So we want to get them to doing some really, really, really great things. So we are so excited. We've come to the end of our broadcast. And as I promised, we are going to do a giveaway. And I said I had a person in mind, and that person actually showed us some Purple Hearts. Who the first person to comment tonight was going to get a special prize. And so Crystal lives all the way in Virginia. Her son Chancellor is actually going to be our youth MC. And if you have never met Chancellor, oh my God, he was reading as a toddler. I mean, just this dynamite, capturing charismatic, young man. We just love Chancellor. So Chancellor is going to be one of our MCs. And so tonight I had in my head, she said, oh my God, thank you. I had in my head, whoever came on first and was the first one to break the ice and make a comment, that they would win our gift tonight. So let me go to the wheel. So I'm going to, first time I've ever done this live. So I'm going to share my screen. Don't look at all my background stuff. All righty, so we're ready?
Yes. Let's see who the lucky winner is. What she's gonna win.
All right, so Crystal, can you make a comment? Can you hear me? Crystal. Oh, while he's doing that, my sister-in-law says, go. Yes, we had some phenomenal authors on tonight, didn't we, Shenda? Thank you so much for joining in. Okay, so Crystal says she can hear. She says yes. So Crystal, I'm sorry, that wheel was the old wheel. I played the wrong one at the top. This is the book that you're going to get Imagination Like Mine, and it's from the series of Kids Like Mine by another author, Latasha Perry. And so we sent the stuff to Latasha. Hopefully she's watching. If not, I'm sending her the replay. So I'm going to gift this and send this to you. It will be in Virginia in a few days. And we appreciate you so much. I wish we should have had you come on in live. You know how to already come in the broadcast. That would have been awesome. So everybody could have met Chancellor. But we're going to meet Chancellor really soon with his mom and his dad, and just the amazing ability that he has. When I tell you, this little young man, Danielle and Teresa, he's reading on like 6th, 7th grade level. He just started kindergarten. He's been able to, he read Panther in the Sky, like from the first time. And I'm just like, how old is this kid? It was the cutest thing. So she said, thank you very much. You are so welcome. You got some more love, lady. Yeah, we got to get him one of those t-shirts, Crystal. It's a phenomenal. She got hoodie and everything. But this is my cousin, Casanova. Casanova says, awesomeness. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Danielle. You are all appreciated for teaching the community. I know that's right. Go ahead. I can see my cousin doing his look. All power to the people. All right. Definitely appreciate all of the love tonight. Tracy, thank you so much. She is amazing. I can't wait till you ladies meet her too. She has multiple. Oh my God, I meant to show. Well, she'll be on Saturday. On Saturday, I'm going to show her website. She makes African American dolls. So if you all have seen my Black dolls, she's the one who made them. And then she has a educational series for young children, videos, and she has a couple of books. Just phenomenal. See, we have all of this talent right here in the state of Michigan, and we didn't know it.
I like it.
There you go. He doing his all power to the people. My niece says, yeah, she's throwing up the fist. So we got the fist going up tonight. Crystal again says, all adorable. So we just thank everybody tonight. We apologize. I was trying to aim it like 30 minutes, but I don't know how you can have this great talent in the room and not be able to. Plus, y'all know I love to talk. I do it for a living. So thank you. Danielle, Teresa, do you have any closing words that you all want to say?
I just want to say thank you for having me. I appreciate everybody because no one can do it by themselves. It's going to take all of us and then some. We got a lot to do, and I appreciate any help or any assistance that we can get to make this change we need from the Flint kids especially. So thank you.
Yeah, no, same thing. I like to pretty much echo those same sentiments. I want to thank you for bringing me on here to talk to your community of people. But again, we're here. I'm doing this to encourage people to read, to encourage parents to read to their children. Because we want to make sure that we grow and nurture a community of readers, children who love to read. And we also want, and I know one thing that I want to do with Brown Boy, Brown Girl, and I'm also assuming these two lovely women too, is that we need to see more characters of colors in books so that it's not such a phenomenon. Absolutely. It's time to normalize seeing Black children and brown children in books. And so I think for all of us, Danielle has a very diverse characters of color. That's what I'm about too, diversity, all children who are brown. And books should serve as mirrors and windows, right? And so it's very important that we continue this so that, our other children, their white counterparts can see books that have positive messages surrounding children of color in a positive light. So again, thank you so much for having us and giving me this opportunity to tell my mission.
Appreciate you guys. Again, scrolling down at the bottom is the link. Please register, share it. It's for anybody.
We love y'all too.
We move it out of our faces. It's in our face. We can't even see. We do. We appreciate you, Willie Jackson, on coming on tonight. Trying to take it off. We got one more. Let me show that one. My sister-in-law says, keep up the good work, ladies. And then we have one from Sharonda, Ethan's mom. She's praying for us, and we are so happy. So Ethan's going to be on with his parents too. So we're so excited about the talent that's here in Flint. Again, Kingdom Influence. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't do it because it's over there in front of Teresa. But right above Teresa,
right, yeah.
do your look. Other side. Yep. Kingdom Influence is sponsoring this event, and Kingdom Influence is putting books, libraries in the homes of children that can't afford it. And so please support us. Please support. Right now, we're just giving away books, but if you want to be generous, you definitely can be generous and donate so a child in Flint can have a library. And again, we won't go on, but we could. Danielle could tell you all of the stories. Again, Teresa could tell you all of the stories of what our family and our friends have gone through here in the city of Flint. And all we want to do is try to help mitigate some of the catastrophe that's happened. And education is one of the #1 ways for us to change our children's trajectory. So thank you again tonight. We appreciate you all. We love you all. To my sisters, love you. And so for everybody to see what we say, women can't get along. Y'all see us, some intelligent black women supporting each other. And my sister's keyword. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. And everybody have a good night. Please join us tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Ethan and his family. So join us.
I'm going to have the kids tune in tomorrow. That's going to be nice.
Yes, the kids need to come on tonight so they can see this talented 6-year-old. I keep making him, last year I kept making him 6. He finally is 6 this year. So all right. Well, good night. Thank you all so much. Love you.
Love you too, guys. Take care.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Uh-oh, I got to show this one real quick. He said strong black women.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I had to show these real quick before I get off of here. Yes. All righty. We're leaving.